Wow. Hillary Clinton's asking us for money. Will her string of mistakes never end?
The hits keep on coming, but she'll never top Benghazi. That's her stairway to heaven.
Yeah, it's the kind of screw-ups that happen when you spend all your free time deleting emails.
It's not a mistake. I donated to Hillary. I think it's time.
Well, I think it's time to pierce my broken heart with this knife.
Mom, I know you love the show Scandal, but do you really want to watch it every night for 4 years?
You watch this show and you're like, I can't believe this is even on television. Well, it's not anymore. ABC is having problems with controversy because people are saying it was canceled because of that slant.
And they finally came out yesterday, not giving a clear reason about why it was canceled, just saying it's a whole variety of things, scheduling, budget, business decisions, but they did say it's
I don't know why they won't say this publicly. Here's the real story. The deal was that, I think this is a Fox-driven show.
It's produced by Fox.
Produced by Fox. So the deal was, and it's a very expensive show, Fox will pay for all of the production up until year 8. So we pay for all of the production up until year 8. You run it on ABC. We get all the back, residuals on television, on reruns, et cetera, et cetera. So they both made money. Well, here we are coming up on year 8, and ABC says, I ain't paying for it. It costs all this money. I'm going to have to add that to my bottom line. I'd rather on a Friday night not spend that kind of money because it's not the big night for us. That's the story of business.
They mentioned that in the article, and she says that's a small factor of the decision. But I think, okay, so this is the second-rated comedy on ABC. Why, ratings are such a big thing for TV these days because they're falling. So why not put in extra money to boost a show that is performing so well?
It's Friday night.
But if you move it to weekday, it could do even better.
Or you could kill it. You remember, whenever you move a show,
start losing.
The audience just goes away. You're trained to think of that show on that day. Whenever networks have tried to do that in the past, rarely does that succeed.
But Friday night shows are always some of the least performing. So if it's performing that well on a Friday night, that says something about what it could potentially do with a good lead-in.
It's performing quarter hour, not cum. And that's the difference. You have to look at ratings in 2 ways. How big is the audience, and how long and loyal do they watch? So you can have something that's very, very loyal that people watch every second of and they love it. That's a niche show, and that goes on. Now, this isn't a niche show per se, but it is a very loyal audience that watches every episode. Like honestly, Full House was on I believe that was on a Friday night too.
Yes,
okay?
yes, that was
TGIF. When those were out, those were shows for kids and the family when mom and dad might be out on date night or whatever. Those shows were that thing. That is different than Thursday night at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, Monday night, where you have this massive audience. Now, can you compete where the massive audience is? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think this is the death knell for that particular show even. It's just such a different era for television. You can easily see this getting picked up by Netflix or something. It doesn't necessarily mean that this is going away completely.
If Netflix picks up these crappy shows like Bill Nye the Science Guy and doesn't pick up a hit like this, to me, that's a story.
Well, they did pick up Fuller House.
Right.
Such a disappointment.
Yeah.